going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 6 of the Sportorium podcast. We're back together as a family for the first time in 2 weeks. It's been a long time. Missed you guys.
Yeah,
I hate you.
I didn't miss you.
I almost
How you guys
missed
feeling?
this week.
Yeah. So story goes, Rupp gets COVID, gives it to James.
Supposedly.
This is what happened. It's factual. James gets the COVID, gives it back to Tyler. I can't get it through Zoom, thankfully, but Tyler was very, very close to missing this episode. All right. First off, I'd just like to start this episode by giving a good shout out to Rocky Top. Amazing win against Bama. It was great experience, but we're not going to get into it.
Why'd you pull the goalpost down, bro?
All right. To get into the recap of last week, very interesting games, a lot of upsets, and just random things that happened.
Yeah, like the
First
Bills
game
beating the Chiefs.
No, that wasn't random. That was supposed to happen. That was part of the script. First game we're getting into is the Bears and the Commanders. Carson Wentz is terrible.
That whole everyone in
so is Justin Fields.
Every single player in both of those games is terrible.
Well, Mooney looked pretty good.
Yeah, I don't care.
I just don't get, even before the year, how does that get like approved as like a prime time game? Like, that's
like I think every team's got to get a Thursday night game.
That's
so
true.
They probably just took like who do we think is going to be the two worst teams? And we're like, yeah, we'll just put them in one game.
Yeah,
no, because really, sometimes two bad teams actually turns into a good game.
That one didn't.
That one did not at all.
That one did not.
I thought that Fields had a nice touchdown at one point. I also think that he needs to like trust himself throwing the ball because there were many times where there were wide open receivers and he just
he missed I don't even know who the tight end was. I think it was Ryan Griffin. He overthrew him in the end zone.
He just has that mentality like if it's not wide open, I'm just gonna run.
Yeah,
and that's part of the reason why he's.
He looks good running the ball.
Yeah,
but when you can't pass, that's not gonna do anything for you.
No, that's going to hold that team back, and they're just both terrible. Now that Carson Wentz is hurt, maybe we get some Heineke magic. Who knows?
He might be better than him already. The Bears also, like, Fields ran the ball down to, like, the goal line with, like, a minute left, and they just didn't score.
Yeah, that was crazy at the end.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
It was a good call.
It was also, like, a missed PI, right?
I don't know.
I remember.
All I remember is, like,
someone got, like, mauled, like, in the end zone.
You have the ball,
I guess
like,
it's
the
like
one. You can't score.
Yeah,
that's, like, embarrassing.
Like, why didn't they just run it with like Fields at that point?
Or you have like the best player on your team is probably your running back.
Yeah. And he was actually wide open on that play.
Yeah, he was.
He squeaked out to the left and he was wide open. And Fields
didn't
look that way.
Yeah, but Fields like doesn't have that.
He's terrible.
He's not able to go through progressions like that.
Yeah, he literally can't. It's just I'm looking at one guy. If he's not open, I'm running it.
You're also throwing to who was that pass to? Dante Pettis.
The touchdown?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Touchdown.
It wasn't a touchdown, but they're like, all right, then people are going to stop watching. Next game we're getting into is the Ravens and Giants. The Ravens choked again, man.
They choke every week.
It's insane.
The new Falcons.
They are. I don't know is it coaching? Like, is it Harbaugh? Is he making weird decisions? I don't get it.
I don't know. They just don't know how to like play with a lead.
They have terrible game management. It's like really bad.
Like they kind of like get a lead and then just like let off the gas.
It's also like with the Bills game, the deciding to go on the fourth down. Like it has to be. Yeah, it has to be Harbaugh. Like he needs to be. I'm not going to say he's a hot seat.
If they do this a couple more times, he might be on the hot seat.
I feel like sometimes
and that's not a stretch.
I feel like sometimes he puts too much trust in Lamar, which sounds like kind of weird, but it's like obviously if you ask your quarterback if he wants to go for it on fourth down, he's going to say yeah. It's like
why would he
sometimes you kind of just got to like make the call yourself as the coach, to like not go for it.
Coaches like look too much into analytics also, which screws them over most times.
Yeah, we got into this last week. It's just,
you got to just play it safe.
Dumb. Yeah, sometimes I can understand going for it at some points, but like if you think about it and it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter what the stupid numbers say. Just don't do it.
Also, when you've blown a lead like 3 times already,
exactly.
Maybe try something different.
The Giants do look good. Brian Dable, he's front runner for Coach of the Year right now.
I would say so. He's really turned that team around very, very quickly.
And they play for him and they win.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to last this long, so who knows?
They don't have the hardest schedule in the league, so.
They don't, but they're also like, I don't know if they're good yet. Like, they have a good defense, I'll say that. But, like, I don't trust Daniel Jones. Their receivers are, like, very not there sometimes.
They're usually never there.
But Daniel Jones does his job well. He manages the ball well, doesn't turn the ball over that much anymore.
Yeah, he actually calmed down with that.
Yeah, so, like, they're controlling the ball, and that's what's helping them win games.
There's definitely a lot of more winnable games on their schedule.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That entire, like, NFC schedule is kind of easy.
Next game we're getting into is the Jags and Colts. I think that Trevor Lawrence is just the most inconsistent player in the league, probably.
He wasn't terrible.
He's not, but, like, he looks lights out one week, and then he's terrible the next week, and then mediocre this week.
Yeah, I don't know.
And again, like we were saying last week, Christian Kirk is like not used that much in the game plan. And once again, Trevor Lawrence doesn't have his best game.
I don't know if he's just like not looking at Kirk or there's not calling plays to get him the ball.
Yeah, our defense is game planning against him now.
They could be. I don't know, like what's going on with that.
He was lights out the first couple weeks.
He was really good.
Very, very good. He looked like he was worth the money.
He was very good. He's
Now
done
he
like
looks
literally nothing.
Well, he got that one touchdown at the end, but that didn't really mean much.
And then Matt Ryan finally didn't look terrible.
Yeah. Feed Pittman pretty much.
Pittman's really good.
That wide receiver, Alec.
Oh, Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce looks pretty good.
He's really good. I liked him out of college too. He was good
for
Cincinnati.
Are a good 1-2 punch. And I don't know why, but the Colts always have like a good running back.
Yeah, Deion Jackson
they have a good offensive line, like overall. That's why.
Man.
They've been like playing terrible this year, though. The offensive line.
Well, I mean, it also doesn't help when Matt Ryan thinks he's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he still does it.
And runs backwards 10 yards, but
I don't get it.
That's not really on the offensive line. That's good. That's basically just on him.
Sacks are like, it's mostly like a offensive line stat, like you're giving up a sack. But at the same time, like we've seen it with Carson Wentz, we see it with Matt Ryan. It's the quarterback's fault at some point too. And when Matt Ryan tries to do his little sprint back 10 yards, try to run around somebody, which never works, that's on him. One last thing I have to say about the Jaguars is Travis Etienne is just better than James Robinson. I think that they need to come to terms with that already.
They still haven't, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, they're giving them the same amount of carries, and Etienne is literally doubling and tripling his production every single time.
It's kind of similar to the Jets with like Breece Hall and Carter. Yeah. Like they kind of realized Breece could do everything he can, like better.
Now they realized, and Breece Hall is going off. But yeah, they used Etienne a lot in like the first half, and then by the second, he just like wasn't getting touches, and then they ended up losing.
That's just on coaching then.
Yeah, Peterson is he's confusing me. Next game we're getting into is the Pats and Browns. I know you got a lot to say, buddy. Just wait your turn. I will give the Pats defense props. They are probably like top 5 right now. They are fantastic. And it doesn't matter who the QB is at that point. Zappe played well. Mac didn't look great when he played, but if the defense plays like that, it doesn't matter who's under center. Unless it's Cam Newton, then it matters. But other than that, I don't think they're a fantastic team, but they're going to win games based off of that.
Nah, I'd say they're a pretty good team.
I think they're a good team. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but I don't think that I'm not going to put them in the playoff hunt right now.
I would 100% put them in the playoff hunt.
Maybe based on just how the AFC has looked.
It doesn't matter. Like I would say the Chiefs and Bills are 100% better than them. I think they could beat any other AFC team.
I guess so. I see
also
your point.
feel like a lot of also AFC teams can beat the Patriots.
Yeah, they probably could
go either way. Like the Chargers,
with the Patriots defense looking how they look right now, I think that if they keep looking like that, I don't think they're gonna have trouble beating anyone. With Zappe, like they kind of simplified the offense back to what it was last year. Like I don't know why that makes people get open more, but when Mac was in there, people were not running open ever. Like you saw Hunter Henry like a 30-yard touchdown where there's just no one near him. I've never seen Mac Jones play in a year plus where someone's been that open. So I think whatever they're doing now when he comes back, if it's this week or not, I don't know. But I would say just keep doing what they're doing. The defense looks great. I think they forced 8 turnovers in the last 3 games. So like if you're going to force turnovers like that, you're going to win no matter who you're playing. So like whatever they're doing defensively, just keep doing that. And I think they'll beat the Bears this week, put them at 4-3, play the Jets next week. You win that one, you're at 5-3 going into the bye, which can't really ask for much more.
I give a lot of credit to Belichick because Robert Kraft had a wedding this weekend. Guy's 70. I don't know why he's getting married again, but
the girl wants his money.
But all right, so Robert Kraft had a wedding and Belichick didn't go, and he focused more on the game, unlike Brady.
Belichick probably just doesn't care. That's why.
Why would he go to his wedding?
I don't think he cares.
Brady went to his wedding
because Brady was like friends with him. Belichick's probably like, yeah, you're the owner. I don't care.
Yeah, you're the owner. I don't care.
Can we talk about the dude that gave Belichick the ball?
Yeah,
dude, that was so funny.
Here you go, Coach. I got this for you.
What do you think was gonna happen?
I don't know. They said one of like the team staffers like told him to give the ball to him like after the game, but he decided to do it during the game, and it got caught on camera.
Dude, it was just so funny to me.
Guy set him up for failure.
Yeah. Because I mean, if it was after the game, maybe Belichick would have been like talk to him, but like
it or something. But...
in the middle of the game, he's not gonna want to like have that happen.
Well, I'm pretty sure that win put him like second all time.
Yeah, it did.
Wins,
yeah,
right? Yeah. So I don't know why.
Like 20 away from first.
Yeah, he'll probably never get that.
No, he'll definitely get it.
I'm kidding. Yeah, he'll get that.
He's. I don't know when he's going to retire.
Regarding the Browns, I don't understand how you could target Amari Cooper 12 times and he only catches the ball 4 times.
I'll tell you why. Because he was being guarded by Jack Jones.
That's just no excuse to me, especially when you can't get anything going. They really need Watson, and Watson did not look great from reports and in preseason. But
Amari Cooper, like that touchdown he caught, also was not a touchdown.
It was a Dante Pettis touchdown.
Yeah, it was not a touchdown, but they just didn't care.
I have no idea how they reviewed it and then said it was a touchdown.
I swear they didn't review it because they kicked the extra point 20 seconds after it happened. But I don't think anyone cared. The game was not close.
No, it was not. Their defense is terrible.
They're just terrible.
I do think that when Watson comes back, and if he looks like the old Watson, it will be a scary team if they end up making playoffs. Which I don't think
they still got 5 more games without him. What's their record? 2-4, I think.
They're 2-4.
I mean, if they lose 3 or 4 more before he comes back, I think they're not making playoffs.
I don't think so, but that division doesn't look fantastic.
There's going to be too many teams above them by that point because no one in the AFC East wants to lose.
We like that.
Yeah.
Except for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but we don't care about them.
No, we hope they
lose. But Tua's coming back, so they're probably going to start. They play a bunch of bad teams in a row. So they play the Steelers, and they play the Browns, and then they play someone else.
The Steelers. They just beat the Bucks.
I don't care about the Steelers.
Let's talk about this Bucs Steelers. I think Trubisky saved the game. I don't know if they would have won that game if Kenny Pickett was in there.
I don't know. That was a weird game.
It was very, very weird. The Bucs are just in shambles. I don't know what's going on.
The Bucs just don't know how to score.
They can move the ball.
They move the ball fine, but they can't score.
They're in a mid-season crisis.
Yeah, I mean
their defense still is fine. You gave up 20 points. I feel like you're the Bucs. You should be able to win that game. But if the offense was scoring more, then I think they'd be fine because the defense is whatever. We all know the defense is good. You give up 20 points in the game. You got Brady, you got Evans, Godwin, Julio,
Lenny,
Fournette. I get they're also decimated by injuries overall.
But yeah, they'll probably get it together.
Yeah, I'm not worried because their division's so bad.
They'll end up winning the division. Will they go anywhere?
Yeah,
who knows?
It's hard.
Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, as long as they get in the playoffs, it's Brady in the playoffs.
He also just hasn't looked great though. So it's
he hasn't.
I'd still feel confident that they'll get into the playoffs at least.
I think I think they'll definitely make the playoffs, but who knows if they'll actually
I don't know.
do anything this year.
I mean, it's not like besides the Eagles, the NFC
really early great
too. Either.
Yeah, I would still say the
amazing.
Bucs are the second best team.
I'd say
you say the Vikings.
I don't know though.
Yeah, but
maybe Cowboys with Dak now back.
Yeah,
but also Dak didn't look great week 1.
Yeah,
when he played,
which is against the Bucs.
Yeah.
All right, next game we're getting into is the Bengals and Saints. I think that Kamara can carry that offense. I don't think that they really need Winston. Andy Dalton has looked fine. The offense has looked fine with him.
Is Winston playing this week?
He's healthy, but
isn't Andy Dalton hurt?
He should be fine.
I could have sworn he got hurt.
So they're both ready to play. As of this recording, they just didn't announce a starter yet. Dennis Allen just didn't say anything. So it could be either of them. But I did hear reports that Andy Dalton could start even if Winston's healthy.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me really.
Jamar had a Jamar game.
Bengals offense looks good at least.
I think T was still injured because he didn't really play much.
I didn't really see him do much.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 catches for 40 or 50 yards, but most of that was the fourth quarter. He didn't really need to do much.
Joe Burrow and Jamar just love the Superdome.
They own that place. Next game we're getting into is the 49ers and Falcons. I literally just wrote a question mark. I don't know.
Steve gets a cold take of the week. You made fun of me for picking the Falcons.
It's a bad pick. I don't care. That was a bad pick,
and I got lucky. So
you did. I literally don't know what happened. The Falcons look like a good football team.
Jimmy G didn't even play bad.
He sucks.
He had 2 picks, but he was still moving the ball though. But that's the thing. They were moving the ball fine, and then they would just turn it over and not score.
Yeah.
Ayuk had a good game.
I think he scored both touchdowns, right?
He did.
Debo was quiet.
Kittle had a good game too, actually.
Yeah, Kittle had 8 catches for over
80 yards. Yeah.
But exactly, they moved the ball fine. Their offense was looking fine, and then Jimmy G just decided to throw it to the other team twice.
I mean, and their defense didn't play good at all. So
how do you give up 28 points to Falcons?
Falcons are scoring a lot this year. Yeah.
I think Mariota's pretty good. He's got serviceable weapons. Shout out Kyle Pitts, first touchdown in the United States.
Yeah, let's go.
That's crazy.
How many games did it take? 22?
Something like that. Pitts still didn't have a great game, though, other than the touchdown. He had 3 catches again.
You guys
Yeah,
blocking
he
every
loves
play
getting
still.
19 yards in a game. He's done like 4 times this year.
Did he get 19 yards last game?
Yeah, he did. He had 3 catches for 19
Wow.
yards.
Like when Mac Jones threw 19 yards in a game.
Shut up, bro.
All right, next game we're getting into. I really just don't want to talk about this one, but Jets Packers, go on, Tyler. Have
Oh
your moment.
yeah. Well, let's just say the Jets defense showed up.
Packers suck.
They hit Aaron Rodgers 8 times, sacked him 4.
Because he sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but let me tell you, it feels good to win in Lambeau. This was their first loss in 15 home games. I don't know what the Jets are doing with Sauce wearing the cheese hat.
That was pretty funny.
It was funny, but it was a good win overall. I mean, the offense, it's just the Brees Hall show, and then the defense.
Yeah, Zach Wilson actually does nothing.
That's okay.
They would probably be doing better with Joe Flacco.
No,
I mean, you don't even need to throw the ball, though.
they
So
don't.
it's so you just hand Brees the ball, Brees score touchdown. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just a bent against like bad run defenses.
Yeah.
Like the Packers defense is just disappointing.
I learned more about the Packers this week than I did the Jets. I learned that the Packers are absolutely terrible more than I learned that the Jets are a good team.
Yeah, I think we like basically agreed last week that like we said like we weren't gonna you weren't gonna pick the Jets, but we wouldn't be surprised if they won.
And it still wouldn't be like that impressive.
Yeah.
The
Props
Jets,
to the Jets,
are
though.
they're a young team and they're balling out. That's all.
And they keep
Yeah.
receipts.
Yo,
They
free-
You know what's gonna happen
free
next
Elijah
week. Though.
Moore though.
Yeah, he actually doesn't do anything.
Oh,
And it was so funny how he goes on Twitter. He's like, I'm not going to say anything,
And then just
but I don't know.
rants.
And then starts saying something.
He's like,
It
but I'm
made
gonna
no
keep
sense.
quiet. What you mean,
Yeah.
bro? You
there's
just tweeted
there's no
that.
bad blood. Though.
No, there is.
He
He's
just-
obviously
There
a
100%
tight.
is.
Yeah,
He
he's
had
definitely
one
tight.
reception last game.
I'm pretty sure he had like 0 in the game before that.
I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, none of the wide receivers did a lot.
Yeah, because
I mean,
Zach
it's hard
Wilson
when
can't
You
throw.
have the offensive rookie of the year just carrying the show.
Zach
And
Wilson can't throw the ball because he has like 2 seconds to get rid of it. That's why.
I wouldn't want him throwing the ball anyway.
I mean,
He
if
doesn't-
it's gonna work against teams who have like bad run defenses like that.
I would like to see if it goes to a game where they could actually stop Brees and see what Zach Wilson could do. Because
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
not think
that's
that he
gonna
can carry
happen.
the
Let me
offense.
tell
That's
you,
gonna happen
curious.
next week. That's happening next week.
Actually, yeah, probably. It probably is.
It's gonna Zach's
The
gonna
game's
have
gonna
to
be
beat the
13.
Patriots next week.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that because I'm going to the game, baby.
Oh,
and
you
Met-
shouldn't go to that
Yeah.
game.
MetLife is going to be buzzing.
And it's
Yeah,
not
the
gonna be
worst
buzzing
stadium
like
stadium
a
in
game.
the whole entire league is going to be.
It really
buzzing,
is
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
it
it is
actually
pretty
is bad. But
It's going to be a good
Brees
Jets
Hall
and
could get-
Patriots game if both teams win this week.
But they're
That's
both
gonna
gonna
have-
win this week.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
And
lot
then
on the
it's
line there.
gonna I'm like 100% confident the Patriots are gonna beat the Jets.
Hey, yeah. chill.
I'm not worried about the Patriots.
Oh.
You should be. You should be
Oh.
worried,
Why
Tyler.
am I worried
Okay.
about them?
You're the Jets.
Who is your quarterback going to throw to?
Yeah.
The Jets actually have 2 of the 2 top corners in the league. Who's your
Who's the
All
other
right,
one?
I'm not saying DJ Reed is a top corner in the league. Let's pump the brakes on
Sauce
that one.
Gardner?
Bro,
Sauce is a dog.
Sauce Gardner's gonna go guard Devontae Parker and he'll put up his normal stat line of 0
Yeah.
catches for 0 yards.
Dude, Sauce Gardner got targeted 8 times and allowed 1 catch for 8 yards.
Bro, that's Devontae Parker's normal stat line.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
not- as long as
Sauce
we-
Gardner can go on
as- if
Devontae
the
Parker. I'm
Jets-
fine with that.
if the Jets could just stop the Patriots run game,
And they're not going
They
to.
can't.
they
They won't.
Think
Aaron
Aaron-
Rodgers sucks,
Aaron-
bro.
No, I don't think he sucks.
He's
he just has
terrible.
no one on that team helped them out. They dropped passes. Aaron Jones fumbled the ball. No one helped him at all.
Yeah, because he's a terrible leader. I wouldn't help him either.
Yeah,
Big Bob
would
Tunyon
drop-
looked good though.
but let me tell you, the bad thing about the Packers right now is they are not on the same page. Aaron Rodgers said something after the game, and Matt LaFleur's like,
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
talking about?
You're surprised that Rogers does that.
So-
He does it
He
all the
doesn't care,
time.
bro. He doesn't care
He's
about
getting
his
paid
teammates.
$50 million right now.
I'm
He
pretty
doesn't
sure he
care.
said in the past, I don't think he's actually said it, but he could tell he probably
Yeah.
doesn't like Matt
Dude, he was
LaFleur.
laughing about Sauce wearing the cheese head after the
Yeah, he
game.
was.
Like
He went on a
personally.
podcast and was talking about
Yeah, and he
it.
was laughing
Yeah.
about it.
He doesn't care.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
He probably hates every single receiver on his team.
And that's why his family
Yeah, all
hates
4
him.
of them. All right, next game we're getting into is the Vikings and the Dolphins. Vikings are making some noise, man. The offense is firing all cylinders, looking good. 5-1.
Yeah, but look who they're playing in that game.
Yeah, Teddy B, 2-glove Teddy, and Skylar
Yeah, but
Thompson.
it's just like when they played the Jets last week. You get a win, but I'm not impressed with it.
The Jets blew them out.
The Jets blew them out, but
Blew
you
them
actually, it's not like the Vikings who actually played Teddy Bridgewater, who's at least like respectable. You played Skylar Thompson the entire game.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
my
true.
fault that he couldn't. That's not my fault that
Yeah,
the
but
Dolphins,
if Tua was in the game,
the
you would have gotten
Dolphins
burned by
quarterbacks can't stay
Tyreek.
healthy. They all got hurt this year. It's week 6.
If
They all got hurt.
that ain't my fault, bro. If
That ain't
Tua
my
was in
fault
that
either.
game, if Tua was in that game, Sauce would have gotten burned by somebody.
Damn.
Why, you would have underthrown the ball,
Oh.
so it didn't matter.
All right, but at least Tua could win a
Tyreek
game.
Hill's on pace for like 3,000 yards.
Bro, that was the most random good game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like I blink and the guy has 170.
I actually had
yards.
no idea. I just saw like the stat at the bottom of the screen.
I
was so
looked at the
confused.
stats at one point. He had like 3 catches, 50 yards. Next time I looked, he had like 170 yards.
And he
I
didn't
literally
catch,
don't
like,
know
a
what
deep
happened.
ball.
I don't know if
I
he
think
did.
the longest was like a 17. Was
I
it
swear he
17
didn't
or
catch a
something?
deep ball because at least on red zone, I didn't see a single.
Dude,
deep
he was just
ball.
like getting all like
It had to have been like
short
him
passes.
just running.
Yeah.
Like I looked,
Well,
like the difference in between like looking in like 30 minutes was like 120 yards. I'm like, I don't know when
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah. Well, he had 12
Even Waddle
catches,
had a
so-
good
Yeah.
game too.
Yeah, he had 126.
Yeah, he had
off,
over
like
100
6
yards.
catches. It was just so random. Like I just
It
didn't
was very weird.
figure it out. And then Waddle sold the game.
Yeah, it did.
I want
Yeah,
to
that was
give a
bad.
lot of credit though to the Vikings because their sideline was 30 degrees hotter than the
Yeah,
Dolphins.
there's some weird stuff going on in
Yeah.
Miami.
That's the
but-
exact same thing that happened to the Bills.
No,
It
definitely
did
not.
happen. It did
No,
happen.
that's
to-
exactly what it was.
But it was
No,
They're
it's
in-
100
like
Nah.
I
They're in
swear
the
it's
sun the
always
whole time.
it's just like there's no reason your sideline should be that hot.
They add heaters.
That
bro.
actually doesn't make sense to me.
They add heaters.
Well, I don't
Like,
understand.
I didn't
I guess
understand when Bills players were passing out on the field. That made no sense to me. When the Dolphins were playing on the same stadium, and that was not happening.
because their side's cooler.
it's
has
because
shade.
I don't know how the sun comes down and literally only goes on that sideline. I guess that's
I
they
don't
probably
know.
made it on purpose like
Maybe
that.
you
Honestly,
can't just say like, yeah, like we're
Minecraft,
more
like,
used to
type
the
weather.
heat. It doesn't work like that.
yeah.
I mean, the Viking sideline was 120 degrees and the Dolphin sideline was 90 degrees. That's a
That's
big
actually
difference.
wild.
That's
Yeah,
a
that
big
is-
difference.
That is going to make a big
That's
like
actually
impact on
crazy.
the players.
Yeah. So I give Vikings pulled the win though. They don't want the heat, and they're used to the cold, and they play in an indoor stadium. So
I like the Vikings. I'd like to see them like actually play a really good team and beat them.
you like Justin Jefferson.
I do
You
love
don't like
Justin
the-
Jefferson.
You don't like the Vikings.
No,
You
I don't
like
have a
Justin-
problem with the Vikings.
I don't have a problem with the Vikings.
I would just like to see them actually beat a good team.
I hope they win the North this year.
They probably will.
I think
Yeah,
they
I
might
think
run
they're
away
going
with
to.
that.
I don't think the Packers are going to string together enough wins
Nope.
to get that.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
They already dropped like 2 games they should have won. Jets and Giants.
And barely Zappy in his first game.
That is true.
I don't know. I think they'll win the division. They look good. Defense doesn't look amazing, but
Yeah, they also have Pat Pete as their first.
yeah, they don't
quarterback,
have a
so
lot of great players on defense.
Still
they
got
should-
like Harrison Smith is doing well. The
Harrison
linebackers
Smith's
look
good.
well,
Eric Kendricks is good. Danielle
Yeah.
Hunter. But like, I mean,
and Zadarius Smith.
yeah, I forgot about him.
Next game we're getting into is the Panthers and the Rams.
Panthers are the
They're
worst
so
team in the
bad.
league.
I never want to see them. Actually, I think the Bears might be worse, but then Panthers. Are
No, I
right
think the
there.
Panthers
I
are
think-
worse.
No,
think-
I don't know.
It's
Sam
very,
Darnold-
very
Well,
bad.
actually, it's because the Bears has a better defense, but like I still would rather
Yeah.
the Panthers offense just because CMC.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
be gone.
Yeah, but he's not going to be there much longer.
Yeah, he's coming to the Chiefs.
Probably.
Or the Bills. Or the
If he goes to the
Dolphins.
Bills,
Or the
it's
Vikings.
literally
Bills
Josh
or the
Allen
Rams.
getting the
He might as well just
the-
buy the ring.
Not chill, bro, because Josh Allen's going to win MVP, and that
You know,
automatically means he's
The
not winning the
Bills,
Super
the
Bowl.
Bills don't need McCaffrey though.
they don't.
I mean, they
need
don't. No one.
McCaffrey,
They don't
No, the
need him, but
Rams
obviously,
actually
like,
need McCaffrey.
Yeah,
but they need a lot more than just a running back. They also need
That'll
to,
definitely help out.
they need a new quarterback.
and they got a good look at him this week.
You
It
know,
was also very weird. They utilized McCaffrey so much in like the first 2 drives,
Yeah.
and then just like stopped giving him the ball.
they
Maybe they're
need,
trying to
they
save
need
him.
some offensive linemen too.
They definitely.
They
And
can,
then
they can have Isaiah win if they want him, because I don't want him anymore.
nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. I promise. The CFL might want him. So Panthers made a big trade, get rid of the diva Robbie Anderson, who tried to fist fight his coach on the sideline.
He should have actually. That would have been
Did
funny.
they
It would've
do
been
we
good
know
for views.
what Carolina got for him?
I think he said it was like a 6th or 7th.
a sixth
pick
and
or something.
seventh.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, sounds
That
about
pick will
right.
probably be better than him anyway. So
probably. I mean, it makes sense after the Hollywood Brown injury. He's still not good though. Robbie Anderson is just not a good receiver.
I mean,
No, he's
Kyler's not going to be able to see him down the field, so it doesn't matter.
Probably true as well. Another potential big trade coming up. Cam
I don't know if
Akers.
I'd call it a big trade.
It's not big. Cam Akers is not good at football. So a lot of people saying like, he's going to go to a new scenery. He's going to have a career resurgence. He's not. He's just not.
Trade him to
good
the
at the game.
Broncos.
I don't care where you trade him. He's not going to be good.
No, I'd like him on the Broncos.
But Panthers could be in like a fire sale right now. A lot of rumors about some trades. Hopefully some stuff heating up soon. Hopefully
we got like
CMC Bills stuff heating up soon.
We got like 2 weeks until, not even 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks till the deadline.
The Bills already offered them 2 choices, and they said
apparently. A lot of stuff that comes out of the Bills for all like rumors and stuff is usually not true. So I'm not going to believe it until.
I mean, I believe like they have interest in him.
Oh, 100%. But I don't think I fully believe that they made 2 offers and got denied on them. I don't
Did
even
they say
think
what the offers were or no?
No. Next game we're talking about is the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
Cardinals are terrible.
They're so bad, and Kyler is so bad. And every single quarterback that signed an extension this offseason, it's been a bad deal for the team.
Yeah.
Stafford,
Kyler's too focused on the new COD coming out this week.
Yeah, he is. And I can't even imagine how much worse it's going to be. I would like to see how it is with D-Hop, though. I think they're probably going to get something going a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Injured, but
but they got Robbie Anderson to replace him. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, great. Woohoo. Good for them. Well, the only thing that Kyler did well is ran the ball well.
Yeah, like 10 rushes for like 100 yards.
Yeah, 10 for 100. So I guess do that more.
How you scored 9 points against the Seahawks defense, who's been like one of the worst in the league?
I don't know. They
just gave up like 45 to the Lions like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, Kingsbury is calling plays right now, and I think he just said that.
Yeah, he said he doesn't want to do it anymore. Yeah.
Good. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good coach, and this is kind of showing. But we'll see. Hopefully, the offense.
The team's in shambles.
Yeah, they are one of the many teams that are supposed to be good and just aren't.
Yeah. But if they change play calling, or
it maybe will make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it helps with other teams. It helps. So
yeah, but I feel like they just have a lot more problems than play calling.
It's just we have to see how it is with D-Hop. That could just open the offense up so much more, and they could maybe get James Conner and Benjamin actually running. Zach Ertz looks pretty good though. That's like the only constant like good performer on their team.
Yeah,
and it's not even like he's making a huge difference. He's just like solid all around every game. Regarding the Seahawks though, Tariq Woolen, he's a stud. It's pretty much between him and Sauce for defensive rookie of the year.
I would say there's 3 guys in the mix.
Are you going to say Jack Jones?
Yeah, I mean, bro, look at his numbers. He deserves to be in that mix right there with them.
I don't think he does. Not yet.
100% does.
Not yet. Regarding the Seahawks offense, they didn't really pass the ball to DK and Lockett that much.
They didn't really do anything.
Yeah, except for K9.
Yeah, he looks good.
An absolute stud.
Yeah, he's fine.
So he's a good running honestly, back. Could have been better off with Kenneth Walker now instead of Rashad Penny. We'll see. Next game we're talking about.
Chiefs Bills.
Yeah, Chiefs Bills, baby. What a game.
It was actually kind of a disappointing game.
It was. It got like opened up a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, it did, but I was expecting a lot more than that.
Well, Tony Romo wasn't.
Guess he wasn't that guy.
That's your boy, bro.
It's just annoying the whole game.
He's absolutely in love with Patrick Mahomes. It's insane. He like has good insight sometimes, but he's pretty annoying.
But it's just annoying most of the time because he tries to predict everything. And then he gets the score right, and now it's like you're never gonna hear the end of that.
You can tell the future.
Yeah.
You know how many things he got wrong? I think Singletary ran the ball really well, and they just like kind of got away from it. I guess it ended up working out.
Yeah, but that's what they always do, though.
Yeah, I'm like surprised they didn't run it more. Like,
yeah,
he was just literally destroying like
the Chiefs like 70
defense.
Yards.
And the Chiefs defense needs Willie Gay back. Nick Bolton's the only one that can make a tackle on the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, Justin Reed can.
Yeah, he's like actually has been pretty bad.
Yeah, he got hurdled by Josh Allen.
He was like never good though.
The guy, he was like all right. I mean, the Texans defense was always just like not good either when he was there. So
yeah, I expected more from him though. I'd also like to say that Isaiah McKenzie had his worst game as a Buffalo Bill. He was literally trying to lose the game. He had crucial drops. He fumbled or muffed a punt. I don't. Yeah, and the next thing I'm gonna say, why is Saron Neal guarding Travis Kelce? The guy is a special teamer. He does not play on the field ever. And you think that
no one else.
You think that the one time that he needs to step on the field is to guard Travis Kelce? It's not. He got exposed because he's not good at football. Fantastic special teamer. Oh, great for him. Why are you putting him on Kelce? It doesn't make sense.
He took like 3 penalties too.
He had 3 holding penalties. Yeah.
And then he gave up like 100 yards.
It was a very, very interesting defensive strategy. And also very interesting defensive strategy is playing prevent defense when there's less than 13 seconds on the clock again.
Both
I don't
defenses
understand.
just like didn't look good. That's why I was surprised the score is like as like I actually don't know how the Bills only scored 24 points.
It's because Tony Romo predicted it. That's why.
Like the Chiefs defense was just like god awful. Like,
it was
like
Isaiah McKenzie with the fumble in the first drive.
And he dropped a touchdown.
He dropped a touchdown. Yeah.
He like tripped over himself. And always got picked off because of that.
That was what Josh's first pick of the year was Isaiah McKenzie handing it to another player on the other team. So if that happened again, I was going to be livid. I think that Khalil Shakir should actually just play over him at this point. Shakir has looked great. And Isaiah McKenzie has some really good games, but he's just not consistent.
No, it should be Jamison Crowder.
Too soon, man. It's going to be OBJ soon, though.
Chill,
no,
bro.
OBJ's coming to the Chiefs.
OBJ's going to the Packers.
I would not want to go there.
He's not. Some things I wrote about the Chiefs are that the corners are just
they need. I never
corners.
think I'd need Fenton back, but we actually do need.
They should have signed somebody.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't even know who there is to sign now. Like, is there even a corner that you would?
I mean,
the top guy was
try to
Xavier
trade for
Rhodes.
someone.
Like, to tell Richard Sherman to
no,
get
I'm
off
saying
the
like back
Thursday
in
night
free
crew
agency, like in the
friggin'
offseason, they should have
suit
signed
up.
someone.
Yeah,
they should have signed like Gilmore or something.
Probably.
Yeah,
that would have made such a difference for them.
They definitely would have. And I'm excited to see McDuffie when he's healthy.
Yeah, they need him really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to stop your issues.
They need Willie
of, like,
Gay back too. He's actually a huge loss.
Yeah.
People just kind of like forgot about
McDuffie's not going to stop the issues of like guarding a big receiver.
No, it's definitely going to be better than.
Yeah, but it's just bad. Like, I mean, it was just so bad. Like, also, I just don't like what. Even like the defense, like play calling was just terrible. They're like pressing Diggs with like a rookie corner, like it's like a fifth string corner. It's literally like in Madden when you have like your best receiver and you hot route them for a streak and you just lob pass it. That's literally both their touchdowns. They did that
on the same guy.
Gabe Davis, and I just didn't get that. I don't know what Snead was doing. Like, why can't he do something?
Yeah, he was very quiet.
Nick Bolton was really the only like noticeable player. Like he tackled Josh like a few times. He made some plays, but
Chris Jones is very noticeable on tripping Josh Allen that one play.
Yeah,
he didn't really do anything either besides that.
Next game we're getting into is the Sunday night game. Cooper Rush did his best impersonation of Kirk Cousins. It was fantastic to see.
I mean, that wasn't that surprising, to be honest with you. Like,
no,
you never really saw Cooper Rush against like a good team like that. So
it's really funny that there were a lot of Cowboys fans saying to start Cooper Rush when Dak was healthy.
Yeah, that's just made no sense
as, like,
ever.
A joke, kinda.
People,
like,
really
I said that like to be funny. I didn't actually believe that.
That never made sense.
No, well, especially now.
Like Cooper Rush was good against some bad teams.
Yeah, and then you play a really good defense and you get absolutely exposed.
Yeah. Not really that surprising to me. The Eagles also didn't look amazing in the game.
No,
I feel like Dak might have won that game.
Yeah, definitely could have.
I think Dak would win that game.
I mean, like, the Cowboys had a chance to win.
Yeah, they did. Cooper Rush just kept like turning it over.
Yep.
They actually like needed to score.
And I think Zeke actually ran the ball really well.
Zeke had a good game.
He looked better than Pollard actually, which is very surprising. He also does this weird thing where he goes to the hole and then like does a weird spin and then like gets hit in the back. I don't know. He did that multiple times. It was weird. It ended up working though. And I would also just like to say, as I will say every week, Jalen Hurts is not in the MVP conversation.
Oh, he threw for 2 touchdowns.
Fantastic. Now he has 6 on the year. Woohoo.
Yeah, but
not in the conversation.
He'll keep putting them up.
Well, Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen have 17 passing touchdowns. When Jalen Hurts has anything close to that, then we could put him in that conversation. Right now, he's
didn't even know Mahomes had 17.
Yeah. Him and Josh have 17 touchdowns to 4 picks.
Yeah, Mahomes threw 2 picks.
Yeah, it evened out their literally evened out their stats perfectly. It was really funny how that worked. Next game that we're getting into is the Monday night game. Broncos Chargers. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Rush threw 3 yards in the second half and overtime. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's really bad. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it was just a sloppy game. I
don't understand how he started off like 10 for 10 and completed like 5 passes the rest of the game.
That's after
like
that
actually
hot start,
embarrassing.
After that hot start, I was like, wow, he's back, man.
And he looked good in those 10 passes. He looked pretty good.
He did.
And he just did nothing the rest of the game.
The Chargers also just like don't look like how they should either.
Nope.
No.
I don't know if Herbert's still hurt also.
That's definitely got to be part of it. But it also has to do with they don't have a like a receiver who
The
could really hit
receivers
him.
after Mike Williams are not doing
Michael
anything.
Williams is Casper
And-
the Ghost on Monday.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
like
that was-
normal for him though.
That
Yeah,
was his classic.
If you look at his stat line this year, it's like he'll have like 2 catches for 20 yards, and then the next game it's 10 for 100, and then it literally just keeps going like that.
Yeah, they didn't like test it downfield that much. I felt like
No,
don't
because like
know.
if Mike Williams isn't getting open down the field, the other receivers this year aren't doing anything.
yeah, like Palmer. He
Palmer's
had, like,
not
an
doing
okay
anything.
game, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
Like,
but they're not like Keenan Allen's a guy who's like he's your go-to guy.
yeah,
He's
he's gonna get
gonna be
open,
open.
pretty much every
Yeah.
play. It's just a matter of you getting.
He's
the
gonna be
ball.
open. They're missing that.
Yeah, 100%. And like Everett's looked pretty good. Parham looked solid. 'cause
Yeah.
he's
And then Eckler
6'8".
obviously looks pretty good.
Yeah, Eckler is their number 1 receiver right now, pretty much
Yeah.
while Keenan's out.
Keenan Allen's a guy who's like, if you need a catch, he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Most likely, or at least he's gonna get open. Mike
And-
Williams is just to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, he's gonna catch it.
But that's not
or-
always gonna work.
Also, their defense is terrible, and JC.
Yeah,
got
their
benched
defense
'cause
is really
he's
bad.
terrible.
That's
I
just
can't
weird.
believe that.
I don't know if he's still injured or he's just bad now.
Nah, he's just bad now.
I don't know. Just wait till he comes back to the Patriots in 3 years and he's just good again.
That's probably what's gonna happen. He'll win Defensive Player of the Year at that
That's
point.
always how it happens.
I'd also like to add that Alex Singleton had 19 solo tackles for the Broncos, which is
Yep.
ridiculous. Didn't
That's
really mean
because-
much, but
The Chargers like can't do anything.
also Melvin Gordon got benched for Latavius Murray.
Yeah, but
Just
then he
funny.
came out. Hackett like said today, Melvin Gordon's the starter next week.
Yeah, they had a
But,
great
like
conversation.
we'll see about that.
He's gonna be the starter until that thing that he's carrying just ends up in the other team's hands because he dropped it.
Or until they like trade for a running back.
Yeah, CMC.
I wouldn't be that surprised
No.
if they traded for CMC.
I don't know. I feel like they'd be kind of skeptical because the trade that they just made did not work out. So they
Yeah,
try
but
to be
it-
more conservative.
Yeah, but maybe like they like their thinking is like you get CMC, it makes it easier for Russ.
Or they should trade for Drew Lock.
Or they should just fold the team.
They should probably fold the franchise.
Or
if we're
actually,
being
no, they should
honest.
probably just fire Nathaniel Hackett.
They should 100% fire Nathaniel Hackett. Or no, that's it. Just fire him.
Yeah.
I
Or
saw somebody
relocate.
talking about it online. They are both like the cringiest people in football.
Russell Wilson's
everybody-
so cringe.
He's the cringiest player in football.
Yeah, he is
100%.
pretty cringe.
And all of his teammates hate him. And it's not even like
A
it's
joke.
very obvious.
Melvin Gordon and Jerry Judy hate him.
Yeah, you see, like after the game when he was like in the tunnel, like
Yeah, he's, like,
backing
trying to hype
everybody
everybody up,
up,
and everyone's just
everyone just
walking
like,
past
yeah, everyone just like you could tell they just like didn't care at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, they expected him to come over and like
I
just start
mean,
winning games.
Yeah,
but
the guy's getting $49 million. You expect him to be making plays.
Yeah. It's like we put up 13 points with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater last year. You're supposed to be the guy that's helping us put up
Yeah.
30.
have they even? I don't even think they've hit 30 yet.
No.
No, they haven't. That's my point.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into the weekly MVPs. First off, my MVP is Marcus Mariota. He did not have the craziest game. 3 total touchdowns, ran the ball well. He was passing the ball somewhat well against what we thought was one of the best defenses in the league.
It was the best defense in the league before that game.
Yeah, and Marcus Mariota had a good game. Nothing crazy, but he won that game. So he is my MVP pick for the week. He's also NFC Player of the Week.
Nice.
Oh, nice. My player of the week's Jamar Chase. He was due for a game like this. I mean, he's been kind of quiet, I think, this year. I think he had like one big game other than
think it was
this,
week
but
1.
Yeah, I
Week
think
1,
so.
yeah.
So yeah, he had a monster game. They needed him. So yeah.
He pulled through.
Yeah. Last week I didn't pick a player for my team, so this week I will. I'll pick Bailey Zappi. He had a good game, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. I know it's not like anything crazy, but when he first came in, you weren't even expecting him to do anything. So for him to look like that good in a game that helps you get back to 500 and keep going up from there, I mean,
Or down.
props to him. It ain't gonna be down; it's gonna be up.
All right, so my player of the week is Quinnen Williams. He had 4 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks. He had 4 quarterback hits, blocked field goal, and he just played well, and he helped the Jets win this week.
He
Yeah,
also
fumble
said
recovery
"bless you"
too,
and
right?
"thank you" at the same time.
He did do that. All right, now we're getting into the predictions for next week. We have like very, very similar picks. So
Wait, did Tyler
This
have
is-
similar picks too?
every single one of us has very,
Oh,
very similar picks.
all right.
There's only like
Because
2
it's
that
a
are
Mickey
different.
Mouse week, bro.
These matchups on paper should be like very easy. We'll probably
Yeah,
have
I
some
mean,
good games.
To be
and a lot
fair,
of
like
upsets,
last
but-
week, there also was a lot like that looked like they were like a given win, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, but I mean, this is very weird for us to almost agree on everything.
Probably will never happen again.
Yes. Starting this off with a Thursday night, probably the best Thursday night matchup so far. That's not saying much, but Saints and Cardinals. We all have the Cardinals. I think that D-Hop being back is going to have a huge role.
Saints is like entire teams like out.
If they win this game, it's going to be Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, maybe some Olave.
Maybe some Olave sprinkled in there.
But I don't know. I just don't think the Saints are that good.
They're not. They haven't shown much so far.
I'm
not saying that the Cards
I
have.
actually wouldn't even be surprised if the Saints won because the Cardinals have looked bad. But
yeah, I just think that D-Hop is just going to give them a little bit of an edge. Next game we're getting into is the Falcons and the Bengals game. We all have the Bengals collectively.
Yeah, Falcons just are not going to be able to hold the offense back enough and like score enough points to win.
In theory, yes.
Joe,
what you mean in theory, bro?
I mean, we thought that the Falcons were going to get washed by the Niners.
Yeah, but that was like, you're not expecting, but like, that's like the 49ers offense. Like the 49ers offense getting shut down is not the most craziest
thing. It's like normal.
No, understandable. But I'm just saying we thought that the Niners defense would shut the Falcons down.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying in general,
fair,
just like a general statement.
The Falcons might score a bunch of points, but I don't think they're going to outscore the Bengals.
I think that's what it comes down to is they just have a better offense, the Bengals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think the Bengals had a big win last week and they're just getting built up on that.
Oh, you don't think the Falcons win was big?
No.
Yeah, that's actually messed up, Tyler, especially since you picked them last week.
I actually was going to pick the Falcons, but I switched before I sent my picks.
Next game we're getting into is the Lions and Cowboys. Once again, we all collectively have the Cowboys. Dak is back. Lions defense is terrible. That's what it comes down to me.
Yeah, I'd agree. Lions are not going to be able to score enough on the Cowboys defense. Meanwhile, the Cowboys will probably score easily.
I would say so. Next game we're getting into is the Colts and the Titans game. We all collectively have the Titans. Even Tyler, the Titan hater, has the Titans. So that's saying something.
I just don't think the Titans are going to lose. I feel like they usually beat the Colts, so.
They usually do.
I like Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like a Jags-Colts usually situation, except last week the Colts actually did beat the Jags.
It's like the Chiefs-Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's getting cut out.
It's like
I feel like the Colts could definitely build off of what they did last week. Now they're getting Jonathan Taylor back too. So I don't know. I could definitely see it going the Colts way. I just don't think that you could stop Derrick Henry, and he has been on a tear recently. Jonathan Taylor hasn't even looked great when he's been playing, except for week 1. So still going to go Titans here.
Yeah.
And it's in Nissan. So next game we're getting into is the Packers and the Commanders game. We all collectively have the Packers on this one.
Yeah, it's because the Commanders suck.
So do the Packers, though. So it's
but they don't suck that bad.
The Commanders, like, they're going with their backup quarterback. They're a mess right now. He could be better than Carson Wentz, but it's
arguably
a mess
is
right
better.
now. If they win this game, it's a good step in the right direction for them. So I think they need this one. You can't lose. So. You can't lose to the Giants, the Jets, and the Commanders in 3 straight weeks.
Dude, the Jets are really good.
Yeah, the Giants are elite.
This is a good game for them to get, I guess, their running game more established than what it is, because that was a big thing last week. They just couldn't get anything going. AJ Dillon.
I mean, they should use the running backs more because the receivers are terrible.
What receivers?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Exactly. Next game we're getting into is the Bucks and the Panthers. Bucks
can't lose this game. You can't lose to the Panthers.
They lose. Yeah, Brady just walk off and never step on the field again.
Yeah, he should go fix his marriage.
You can't lose to the Panthers. Yeah, he is.
PJ Walker.
Yeah, you can't lose to PJ Walker.
They did not have a single pass past the line of scrimmage. Single completed pass past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
If they lose this game, I literally don't know. There's no way that they do.
No, there's actually no chance.
The Panthers are like easily the worst team in the league right now.
I'd put like 100% that the Bucks win.
You can't take out my life savings and put it on the Bucks.
I actually don't think the Panthers are going to win another game the rest of the season.
I'm going to throw like $1,000 on it.
I would, honestly. This is probably the closest thing to a lock. This is my lock of the week.
I don't think the Panthers can win another game this year.
The only way that they can,
completely honest,
is if Sam Darnold comes back and is slightly better than Baker. And they don't trade like CMC and all that. If they trade McCaffrey, then they're winning.
No, McCaffrey's 100% getting traded.
I don't know if it's 100%.
No, it's 100%.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
It's 100%.
It's
not. When we come on the show next week and he's on another team,
it can still happen, but I wouldn't say it's 100%.
Yeah, when I'm wearing that 22 Bills jersey, then we'll talk about it. Next game we're getting into is the Giants and Jags. This is the only game where there is one odd man out. That is James. We have the Giants. He has the Jags.
Yeah, I mean, I just see it going either way.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
it's
hate that
really-
pick. I was about to go Jags.
I'd say
So,
Giants
yeah.
just because the Giants defense is actually good, and
They
Trevor
are.
Lawrence is like a turnover machine lately.
With that being
So-
said, if Trevor Lawrence throws the ball to Christian Kirk, if they utilize Travis Etienne more, and they get that offense going,
Maybe they
then
win.
maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll
Yes.
be a really close game.
Yeah, probably not a good one.
No, I don't
Jags
think
are
so.
gonna win on
Except
that.
for
I think it'll be a boring game.
Good plays every now and then, probably some big
Jags-
Saquon runs.
Jags gonna win by a field goal.
I definitely think that the Giants are better coached right now. Like
100%.
easily.
Oh yeah.
So I think
Easy.
that's kind of the main decision for me. Because the Jaguars defense and offense, they've looked good at times. So they're kind of on like the same level for me. Just
Yeah,
The Giants are better coached, and that's why I think they're winning games.
yeah.
Next game we're getting into is the Browns and the Ravens. All collectively have the Ravens.
Browns are just look bad.
They do
Yeah.
look bad.
Ravens
Their
don't look
defense is
great
terrible.
either, but Lamar will probably shred the defense.
Yeah. And I mean,
I don't think they're gonna stop them.
Kenyon Drake looked fantastic last
Yeah, he
week.
did.
for
That
some
was
reason.
weird. Yeah, that was
It was
weird.
very, very weird. And
That was out of nowhere game.
it was. There's a controversy with J.K. Dobbins now.
No, I think it's just J.K. Dobbins is still getting like used to actually playing.
Yeah. And he hurt his knee. That's why Kenyon Drake was even in the game.
Yeah, because like he didn't play for a very long time.
That injury that he had was like a lot more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
said.
wasn't just his ACL.
Yeah, he
was,
like,
like, everything
tore
in
his
his knee.
hamstring, all of his knee ligaments. It was like
His
really,
whole
really
leg
bad.
was just shot.
Yeah,
Like that's
pretty
not just
much.
gonna take. That's gonna take a long time to like actually get used to cutting on it and like
Yeah.
actually just running.
And he's looked good at times though. But
No, he did. He had that. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was against the Bills where he scored 2 touchdowns.
he looked good that game. So the next game we're getting into is the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. And for the first time collectively, we have picked the New
Let's
York
go.
Jets.
Let's go Jets, baby.
This is the first time that we will all agree that the Jets will win this game. Used to
Probably
it.
will be the
Don't get
last
used to it,
time.
Tyler.
Also,
100%.
I
But
pick
live it
the
up,
Jets
man.
Every week, except for last week.
Yeah, you messed up last week, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is the first time that I picked the Jets. So this is the game that they lose. No, but realistically, the Broncos are just terrible. Russell Wilson has looked trash. We say it every week because
and
it's
has
apparent
like
every
another
week.
new injury now too.
Yeah, he's.
So-
I hope he sits and the backup outplays him. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Brees Hall. Their running defense hasn't really looked great. The Broncos, the passing defense has looked pretty solid, but because they're just like Surtain, but that's not going to mean much because Zach Wilson doesn't throw the ball, especially to Elijah Moore.
I hope he throws the ball.
Well, this is probably not the one to do it on. They have actually a good secondary, especially with Simmons back too.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah, they do have a good secondary. I'll give them that. Their defense isn't terrible. They
Yeah,
don't
that's
give
the
up a lot
only-
of points. They don't give up a
they
lot of
don't,
points.
and that's why it's so boring to watch.
Yeah,
Because usually, like a good defense, you'll have like a offense that could complement it.
Yeah.
And actually put up points. No, just a boring.
yeah.
boring
They
team.
just can't score. They don't give up points. They don't. Every game they've played has been like I don't think they've been blown out. So every game's close. It's just boring as hell.
Next game we're getting into is the Texans and the Raiders. We all collectively as the Raiders.
Yeah, this doesn't need much explanation.
Yeah, Raiders actually looked pretty solid the last time they played. So let's see if
The
they can-
Raiders haven't even looked terrible.
No, but
They're just not going to lose. To the
weird coaching
Texans.
decisions. And
Yeah,
they're
well,
not
that's
losing to the
expected.
Texans.
If they
Yeah.
lose to the Texans, that's
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
when you hit the panic button, like Tyler would say.
But I mean, it kind of relies on how Josh Jacobs is doing because he has been looking absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a tough time.
Yeah, it's not a great
Texans
defense.
aren't good at like anything. So
They just aren't a good team. Raiders
No.
are simply better.
Time for Devontae to go off.
yeah, Devontae will probably shred whoever they put on him.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't see
Rashad
anyone.
Fenton.
I was actually about to say that.
Why is he there?
No,
No, he's on the Chiefs, but that's who-
but that's who he torched when they played the Chiefs.
What happened to him against the Bills?
He was hurt.
Oh, I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
no, that's why there was like a rotisserie chicken guarding Diggs.
Next game we're getting into is the Seahawks and the Chargers. We all collectively have the Chargers.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers lose, but
Yeah, because they have not looked great.
yeah,
and
they
their
have
coach
another one that
is-
hasn't looked great.
I hope they lose. I don't think they're going to.
Nah, I don't think they will.
Unless Geno
yeah,
Smith
I
pops
doubt it.
off.
Yeah, he had a
And
quiet
that
game
could
last
happen.
week. It could,
Definitely could happen, but I don't think it will.
especially with just
Nah.
have the Chargers have just been so disappointing.
Yeah, they have.
The only like Herbert has looked good. He makes like ridiculous throws every week. That's not
Yeah.
going to change. But he hasn't been like consistently great. Eckler started the year pretty slow, but he's looked fantastic now.
Yep.
We've been saying it literally every week since Keenan Allen got hurt, but hopefully he's back this week.
Hopefully.
Who knows at this point? They should have put him on IR.
I won't even say anything because I don't know. I feel like every week it's like starts off with like, yeah, maybe he'll play, but then like by the end of the week, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
So
every single week we say, yeah, this is the week he'll be back. I think we've been saying that for 3 weeks or 4 weeks now.
Yeah, I honestly think that's true.
It's unfortunate. Whatever. Chargers probably going to win this game.
Yep.
Next game, Kansas City Chiefs, 49ers. We all got the Chiefs.
Bounce back game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say that's what it comes down to. Like the 49ers are not a bad team, but I just don't think they're going to – like if the 49ers defense doesn't look good again, I don't think the 49ers offense is going to be able to keep up.
No, absolutely not.
So,
but who knows? A little bit of a Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game.
I think it's just a little bit of a mismatch in the Chiefs' favor.
Yeah, and the Niners are dealing with a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
so that's definitely huge. I think the Chiefs are still a top 3 team in the league.
Yeah.
So I don't think they should have too tough of a time.
Yeah, it probably goes like Chiefs, Eagles, and like Vikings. What are you looking at?
Oh, there's a fly on the wall.
Oh, word.
Next game we're getting into is the Sunday night game. We got the Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all have the Dolphins on this one.
Yeah, Tua is finally back.
Also, don't think that Pickett is going to play. And probably even if he does, that doesn't even make a difference, really.
Yeah, really, they basically like the same quarterback.
Yeah, straight dumpster juice.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't see the Steelers winning that one.
No.
You never know.
But yeah, they just beat the Bucs.
Yeah, you never know.
They did beat the Bucs. This is like very apparent this season of any given Sunday, any team can win.
Yeah.
There have been very, very weird upsets.
Yep. There has been a bunch.
Yeah, the witching hours catching a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. Monday night game, fantastic matchup. Tyler's so excited. Patriots and Bears.
Yeah.
We all have the Patriots.
Not much to say there. Bears are a terrible team.
Yeah, Patriots have a great defense. Their offenses actually look pretty good. Is Matt going to play?
They have not said yet.
It doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter, but yeah.
It would only matter if Brian Hoyer was playing.
I think realistically, it's probably best to keep Mac out.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's not
because why not give him another week? We're like, I think Bailey Zappi will beat them.
Yeah.
He actually might be better than Mac Jones.
Yeah, that's a big debate going on right now.
That is like that makes a lot more sense than the Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott thing.
It is a lot closer than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because Mac has not looked great this year.
I don't agree with that, but
I wouldn't agree with it at all either.
I think it's just because like they changed up the offense the first 3 weeks and it like wasn't working out. They went back to it. Like, yeah, it's a different quarterback, but you go back to what was working and it's working. You got to give Mac a chance with what they're doing right now. And then if he looks bad, then you can start actually making those comparisons.
Then we can have that conversation.
Yeah. But like if Mac Jones is getting people open, I think it'll be fine. It's just those first 3 weeks, people were not getting open.
All right. Last thing we're getting into is the records for last week. Me and Tyler, big weeks, both went 8-6 and won the week. Good job, Tyler. Clap it up. Good job, Tyler. It's the last time you're going to win a week. So good job.
Tied for a week.
Tied to win a week. He's never going to win a full week, but it's okay, man.
I mean,
he might be tied again this week
where I don't win a game.
You know, wait. So for our picks this week, it's like me, you, and Tyler have the exact same.
And
he has
James
has
one different.
So it's either us 3 tie or James is in the lead.
Well, either way, we're gonna tie.
Oh yeah, us 3 are tied no matter what. But it's either like
either I'm down by 1 or I'm up by 1.
Up by 1. Yeah. Rupp went 7-7 this week. He's just continuing to just be mid. The Kirk Cousins of the podcast once again.
Shut up. You're like below me.
We have the same record.
We have the same record?
Yeah.
So you're mid then too. Shut up.
No, I had a slow start. You went 9-7, then 9-7, and then 9-7.
Yeah, I'm just consistent.
Which is mid.
That's what you want.
No, you're mid.
James went 6-8. Not the best week for James, but it's okay. He is still in the lead.
Ahead of you.
Yeah. He has a record of 49-29 on the year. Me and Rupp have a record of 44-34.
All right, we're coming back.
We're coming back. We're close.
Me.
And then Tyler 40-38. Also close.
Yeah, not that far off. None of us are like crazy different.
Yeah. So that concludes this episode of the Sportorium podcast. Hope you all enjoyed. Till next time.
Thank you.
Peace.